It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening? What's happening, guys? It's Friday, March 27th, 2020. How's everybody doing out there today? That's the question of the day. How's everybody doing today? I know that it's just, I guess it's been just over a week here for a lot of us being, either ordered or asked to stay home. We've been asked to shut down businesses, to keep our children away from each other, to not even go see our families that live close, right? So it's been a weird time. And, I want you guys to understand that, number one, you are not alone in the way that you feel. There's a lot of thoughts going through everybody's heads, and I wanted to kind of address that. I've been calling people the last couple of days and just kind of checking in, and the conversations that have been had have been really, really eye-opening, and I think mutually beneficial, just to talk to people, realize that everybody's kind of feeling the same way, kind of weird, not normal, and everybody's trying to stay as normal as possible, but it's difficult, right? And it's especially difficult for, certain people. And so I wanted to talk about that this morning. Number one, just so everybody can maintain some perspective on this situation. Number two, so everybody feels like, man, you're just not alone, right? You're not alone in the way that you feel, feeling a little bit off, feeling not yourself. It's just, you're out of your rhythm. You're out of your routine. So I want to say good morning to everybody. What's happening? Trisha, Jared, my wife is on here. Chris, what's happening, man? Good morning. Dina, Jacob, good morning, brother. How are you? I think that I wanted to put a couple of things in perspective this morning. I think it's really important for us to talk about, some of the things that are out there. And I think the most important thing that we can do right now is to get outside of ourselves, right? To really, stop thinking about maybe all the things that are going on for us, and start thinking about, some of the things that might be going on for other people. There's a lot of people out there that are probably in worse situations than you are. And I want you guys to take some time to think about some of those people. What's happening, Judd? Good morning, brother. I want you guys to think about, I had a conversation with a couple people yesterday about, our children, right? And our children are trapped up in the house, and they don't really understand what's going on, and so your children are probably a little bit more rambunctious than normal, and they're a little more wound up because they're trapped in the house. Yesterday was a beautiful day here, so we got everybody outside. We went for a walk. We were playing in the yard, playing some soccer out in the yard, doing all kinds of things. But just imagine how your children feel during all of this, right? So put yourself in their shoes. The second thing that I would tell you is imagine, those people in your life that struggle with things that make this situation 100 times worse, whether it be stress, anxiety, any of those types of things that people experience. This situation is not going to make that better. And so I'm going to get to the solution to that, what I suggest everybody starts to do, because I think that it will not only help those people, but it will greatly help you if you're doing that. So imagine how those people feel, those people that have, situations and things about themselves that this situation makes a lot worse. Imagine how the sick and the at-risk feel. They're scared. Those people are, in the back of their mind, they have, a little bit of fear going on, and rightfully so, right? We don't want anything to happen to people. And so those people who are a little bit more at risk, I know that they probably have those moments of a little bit of fear. So imagine, what it's like for them. And maybe you're one of them. And, I want you guys to know, if you are one of them, if you are one of these people that we're talking about, of your children, man, I'm thinking about and praying for you guys. So, and I want you to imagine last but not least, how the elderly feel. You know, they're scared, right? The elderly are scared. You know, they watch the news, they see the statistics of all this stuff. You know, thankfully, I started to see some news articles that are showing older people getting better. Good morning, Chad Buck. What's happening, Sam, Carrie Ann? Good morning, guys. Thank you. Roland, what's happening, brother? Good morning. But, you know, a lot of people that are elderly are a little afraid right now. You know, they're not feeling themselves. And by the way, a lot of them are stuck by themselves. They're being told not to let anybody in their house. You know, what if somebody's sick or whatever? So they're stuck by themselves. So I want you guys to imagine, that's just an example, you know, children, people that have, you know, troubles with stress and anxiety, things like that, the sick or at risk in this situation, and last but not least, the elderly. Imagine how those people feel. And now I want you to think about this situation that we are all in. And I want you to imagine this is the greatest opportunity that you and I have ever had in our lives to make an impact, to make a difference for other people. And here's what I suggest. Send someone a letter. Send someone a thank you card. Give them a call. If they have FaceTime, call them on FaceTime. And most importantly, and this is a challenge for everybody right now, by the way, me included, stay upbeat and allow others to borrow that energy when they need it. Just be there for people, guys. Take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, so that you can then take care of others. Watch and listen to things that are positive, guys. Watch and listen. Consume things every single day that are positive. There's a chapter in the book that I have coming out that's called Your Mental Diet Creates Your Mental Perspective. And I want you guys to think about that and say it to yourself over and over and over. What are you consuming? What are you consuming? Because there's so much out there. I've been beating it to death. But there's so much out there that is leading you to think negatively. And it takes work to go out and find those positive things. It takes that routine. It takes going out and watching YouTube videos that you know will make a difference. Listening to podcasts that you know will make a difference. But if you can do that, imagine the amount of people that you can impact. People around you need you now more than ever. So it's really important that we take care of ourselves so that we can be there for other people. What's happening, Robert? Good morning, man. It's really, really important. And I want to put this in perspective for you guys. So, you know, most of us have been ordered or asked to stay home probably last week, or at least it all started. Good morning, Gary. All started at the beginning of last week, right? Something like that. Beginning of last week, maybe a little bit sooner, maybe a little bit earlier than that. But I want you to put this in perspective. If you live for 85 years, which I believe, you know, most people will in this day and age, right? That age is a reasonable age, even if it was less than that, if it was 75 years or 80 years, whatever it was. If this situation, guys, of us staying at home lasts for 3 weeks, I did the math this morning, it is 0.00067% of your life. That's 3 weeks. If it lasts 6 weeks, it is 0.0013% of your life. So I would ask you this. Are you maintaining the right perspective in this situation? And I can tell you guys, it's a struggle. I know that it's a struggle because I am, you know, I have worked on my perspective, my mental discipline, all of those things, and it's a struggle for me. So I know that it's a struggle for everybody else. And I want you guys to understand one thing. I am here for you. Everybody that watches this show is here for you. My family's here for you. I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. I'm sending positive energy your way, as much of it as I possibly can. And here's what I will tell you guys. We're going to get through this. I promise you. And you have to maintain perspective. Yesterday, I started feeling like just the people I was interacting with, everybody's starting to go stir crazy, right? Everybody's starting to get a little little bit of that itch, right? They want to get out of the house, man. They want to get back to normal life. They want to go to the store. They want to go see a movie. They want to go, hang out, have a drink, have some dinner with their friends. Everybody's starting to get that itch. And what I will tell you guys is everything's going to be just fine. And it's going to be over before we know it. And it is, when you talk about this time, this is my challenge for you. We're all going to talk about this time for the rest of our lives. No question about it, right? It is that time. Where were you when, right? What was going on when? Whether it's something that's happened in the past, 9/11 or something like that, everybody remembers where they were. This will be one of those times. And so I challenge you to think about this. When you think about this time, what do you want to remember? Who do you want to have helped? What do you want to be known for during this time? And for me, I thought about that last night before I went to bed. And I want to be a light during this time to other people that need it. I want to be a person that people can come to and talk to if they need to. A person that is upbeat and is just a light, man, in this situation that is really challenging for a lot of people. And it's really scary for a lot of people. And so imagine that, God. Imagine how your children feel. Imagine how some people feel, that are at risk. Imagine how the elderly feel. And I would tell you that most of the world has it, not so bad. We're sheltering in place in some pretty comfortable spots for the most part, and maybe you have some financial challenges. Maybe you have some challenges health-wise. Maybe you have, I promise you guys, if you just maintain a positive attitude, it'll all be better. And I know that's difficult to do, but I'm here this morning trying to give you some perspective to do it, And I promise you, it's not going to last forever. If it's 3 weeks, 0.00067% of your life. It seems like a lot. It's not a lot. Maintain that perspective. Maintain that perspective on what this really is. And when you get to the other side of this, those people that were able to maintain the perspective will come out of it like a rocket ship. Come out of it like a rocket ship. And that is my intention. That is my intention, and that is the intention I have for every single person around me and all of you guys, is to come out of this with a positive mindset, looking at the blessings in your life, being grateful every single morning, guys. My routine of being grateful every single morning, I swear to you, it hits harder than it ever has, because I feel so grateful to be trapped with my family, to be ordered to stay in place with my family, to have things that keep us busy every single day, to have things, for our company that I could do from right here, that I could stay busy every single day, to have the team that I have at work that maintains the right perspective, to have the friends that I have around me that maintain the right perspective, that give me energy, that give me encouragement when I need it. Yeah, Trisha, we had a company happy hour the other day at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Little get together. So maybe we'll do that for a bunch of contractors. Maybe we'll have a little top contractor school happy hour. What's everybody think about that? Little afternoon or evening, early evening happy hour for contractors virtually. Get everybody to jump on there. That'd be cool. But here's what I will tell you guys. It is Friday. It's the day that everybody takes off. So imagine how many people are going to take off today. Imagine how many people are just unplugged, man. And then imagine how much ground you can gain when you are mentally tough. And you are putting in the work. You are being there for your family. You are doing all the things that you're supposed to do this Friday instead of following the herd. So I challenge you guys, maintain the right perspective today, guys. If you need some energy, give me a call. That's all you got to do. Give me a call. I'll light you up. I promise. I'll do my best. So that's it, guys. I wish you all an amazing Friday. I hope you guys have the greatest Friday you've had in a while, because it's all under your control as to how you do it. Carl Scaramuza, what's happening, man? I'm going to bring – that guy's coming on this show next week. I promise you. Carl, I just signed you up. 7:30 a.m., you pick the day next week. I'm going to bring Carl on here. Been a friend of mine for a while. We're going to chat, and we're going to talk about everything that's going on. And I agree, Carl. We are built for this, man, without a doubt. I appreciate you guys. Wishing you an incredible weekend. I'll be on here live, but not at 7:30 a.m. this weekend. So I will see you guys this weekend. And I will definitely see you Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. right here on Morning Perspective. I love you guys. See you.